Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Let me welcome you all to the e-learning program of Pakistan International School, Doha, Qatar. Let's continue with our today's topic, that is clause and phrase. Here are the learning objectives of our today's lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to, number 1, know the difference between clause and phrase. Number 2, know similarities and differences between both of them. Number 3, make use of clause and phrase in your writing. Well, dear students, in your previous lessons, you have learnt about both clause and phrase. Here is another presentation on both of them so that you get to know what is the basic difference between clause and a phrase. A clause is a group of words that forms part of a sentence and contains subject and predicate. For example, the ants fight fiercely. In this sentence, the ants is the subject and fight fiercely is the predicate. So the entire sentence is a clause because it has both subject and predicate. Similarly, as he was not there. In this sentence, you see as is conjunction, he is subject, was not there is predicate. Another example, because I'm ill, because is conjunction, I is subject and am ill is predicate. So this is what is clause, and it is a group of words that forms part of a sentence and contains subject and predicate. Well, let's consider a few more examples of clause. Sarah smiled. Now, consider the above example. You will notice that this two-word simple sentence makes complete sense and is understandable. It consists of a subject, Sarah, and a predicate, smiled. Thus, it is a clause. A single sentence might have one clause like in the above example, but there can exist a sentence which contains more than one clause in it. For example, the teacher asked a question but no one answered. Here in this sentence, you see it consists of two clauses. The teacher asked a question, one clause, but no one answered. No one answered is another clause. The above sentence contains two clauses. The teacher asked a question but no one answered. In the same manner, longer and more complicated sentences might also contain more than two clauses. So that was all about clause. Let's have a look at phrase. A phrase is a group of related words which expresses an incomplete sense. A phrase does not contain a subject and a predicate. In other words, in a sentence, one part with subject and verb is a clause, while the rest of it without those two parts of speeches is a phrase. For example, early in the morning, the man in the jeep, a man of great wealth. All of the above examples are parts of different sentences which are void of a subject and verb or predicate, thus they are classified as phrases. Well, a clause and a phrase may coexist in a sentence. For example, they are playing in the ground. They are playing is a clause, that is subject plus verb, and in the field is a phrase. Another easy way of remembering the difference between between a phrase and a clause is that a phrase does not make complete sense on its own. Any group of meaningful words that doesn't make complete sense is a phrase. If taken alone, that is, without other words, it will not be meaningful at all. However, a phrase occurs inside a sentence as its structural part. Well, dear students, I hope you have got to know the difference between clause and phrase. Let's recapitulate things before we move ahead with this exercise. And a clause is a group of words that forms part of a sentence and contains subject and predicate, whereas a phrase is a group of words that expresses an incomplete sense and it does not contain subject and a predicate. Here is an exercise in which you have to state whether the underlined part in each sentence is phrase or clause. Sentence number 1, he fell to the ground. A stitch in time saved 9 horses ran fast as they were scared. Number 4, beside a green meadow, a stream used to flow. He strove with all his might to escape but failed. The singing of the birds delights us. The beautiful rainbow soon faded away. It was a sunset of great beauty and we enjoyed it a lot. We enjoy playing cricket in the ground when it is pleasant. He loves to issue harsh orders. He became angry and smashed the walls into pieces. I bought a table that cost $100. I once saw a man walking on the moon. Why do you like visiting such a man? And the last sentence is, I'll go to school unless it rains. Now you see that each sentence contains a part of it underlined. You have to state whether the underlined part in each sentence is phrase or clause. Once you have done all this, you can check your answers from here. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So, in the end, I thank you all for your passive listening. I hope you will apply both these parts of the sentence, that is clause and phrase, in your writing.